podcast. In this episode, we'll talk about fostering community across different platforms via co-creation. I'm with Tommaso Bartolo, the founder and CEO of Digital, the startup laying the building blocks of spatial experience. How's it going, Tommaso?
Romeo, today I feel like the Etna, simmering lava on the inside in a calm mode, but always ready for a great eruption. Romeo, good to be back again. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm just in at awe of your wordsmithing here.
Here we go. Yeah, what are we talking about today, Romeo? Great
Uh,
title.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm super excited about today's topic. Basically, what we're talking about is serving the students across platform experience to foster community using co-creation. So let's start with why. Why do you think it's important? What's your thought on it?
Yeah, so maybe for the listeners here, what does it mean at all, right? So we believe that we definitely are in an age where things are changing in such a rapid way that whatever we have done the last 20-25 years needs to be unlearned. Okay, right. Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, so we learned something and it has been worked, right? So channels, strategy, tactics, frameworks, architecture, stacks of technology, right? Now we are in this intersection where the wave of AI needs something that is spatial, maybe in a decentralized ledger, right? So we all agree that things are changing. And with this change, we have a new generation, with Generation Z and Generation Alpha, that comes with new needs, right? And so we all need to unlearn what we learned and recode our brain to do something different. So introducing now something that is different, non-linear thinking and pattern breaking, which is what? To find and you leverage uncluttered channels in order to serve the target audience of Gen Z and Gen Alpha, which we do as Phygital, right? With the core purpose to foster community through the act of co-creation. So we have learned over the last year plus, right, that our student, the target audience we are involved with, 12,000 plus right now on our wait list, right, rolled out the version 03, right, that they, when they are on colleges, right, they use a lot this club structure, student group club structure, right, to foster community. And their intention is, why don't we form a club that has a purpose, right? So the design club and the Gen AI club and the art club and the knitting club, right? And so each school has multiple clubs, right? And that's great. And what they do to chat with each other, they usually use things like, Slack, or they use things like Discord a lot, right? Now, one of the big challenges that we have learned what they have on there is that the intention of that club is actually to create community, but the over 90% of the time, that community lacks engagement and something is broken, right? And so it becomes this Discord club with the intention of building community actually becomes another channel just to stream and push and publish content into it. So what we have done is we built out an extension of our Viri application that lives within the student club. So imagine, Romeo, you are a student club administrator with, let's say, 50, 100, 200, 1,000 students in there, with the challenge of, well, my club is actually more passive than anything else. You can download the Viri bot, right, for your club that understands what the club purpose is, what the club events are, basically the content that you are driving your and the events that you're driving your club forward. And that bot allows, in a creative way, to create quests the similar way like we do within the app, right, that are tailored and bespoke to the club mission. Now, all of a sudden, the club members, they see those quests with the objective of co-creating, grouping, right, that we do completely automated. And the outcome of it is the co-creation of digital graffitis, right? So imagine that you are within Discord, and all of a sudden we say, this design club has the quest that is about design / club XYZ, right? And 3 people are put together, and now you have kind of a riddle to solve within the Discord environment. And so you start engaging, you start having fun, almost in a playful way, right? And as a result, you have something that the club can see, right? And other people can congratulate, upvote, and so on, right? And you have then the rights, if you want, and the possibility as a club and group member to anchor it and place it and make it available on top of the real world, meaning on campus. Right now, at that point, you need then the application, because these are features that you only have available then on the application side of things, right? And by the
Right.
way, we zoom out, Romeo, here, what we are actually doing, just the last sentence, and I hand over the mic back to you, is that we do foresee, going back to how I started, unlearning and relearning, right? We do foresee that through this new stack of technology that we are seeing, right, which is no longer within traditional social media environments, but more in messaging applications and messaging and messaging apps, and then application layers, and soon smart glasses, that the student, that the end user, will be soon having truly an experience that starts in one location, for instance, right? In Discord, in this case, moves over for certain features in mobile, because we're not going to replace mobile within the next 10 years, for sure not, right? And then the let's say the more immersed and seamless experience, once we're going to have those massively available to anyone, right, moves over to the smart glasses. And you see here the interconnection between Discord, the app, and then the smart glasses, all coexisting. And for those out there who know me, and you do, Romeo, obviously, we have done a couple of things the last 3 years together. It's almost like a beautiful dinner experience, right? When you are in a dinner experience, you go to a beautiful restaurant, right? And the restaurant says, "Well, what's your appetizer?" I say, appetizer, I'd have some of those calamaris and some of the bruschetta, please, right? And the appetizer is not meant for you to satisfy you with you, right? But it gives you a flavor. You understand the style, the kitchen style, right? You're there, right? You hear the music on the background. Oh, great. Now we have the appetizer, right? And you and your partner look at each other and say, oh, the appetizer were really good, right? And what is it that you usually end up saying then afterwards? You say, I'm really looking forward to have the main dish because you like the appetizer. Does that make sense? So that's the bot layer. The bot layer is, hey guys, we are hungry, right? Let's have some appetizer. Let's do something together. Oh, fostering community through co-creation. That is actually pretty fun. Oh, wait a second, but I'm still hungry. Okay, what did you order as a main dish, right? Oh, maybe I have as a main dish, some pasta, right? Some whatever, tagliatelle porcini or whatsoever, spaghetti carbonara, right? Don't ask me about doing something with Alfredo because it doesn't exist in Italy, right? But in America, anyhow. So you have then the main dish, right? And again, the main dish is then kind of the highlights because you could really have this activity within the app, right? So you go beyond the limitation of what a district can do, physical, digital, the interconnection, anchoring, discovering through the app, right? That's the app layer, right? And then the peak, the highlight of this dinner is obviously the dessert, right? The dessert is the highlight. You can just to wrap up this Italian dinner, a classical panna cotta or tiramisu, right? Maybe you take one you and the other one your partner, right? And you can wrap. So that's a wrap up, meaning wow, now it's the sweet, right? Which is the smart glass, right? And that's the experience, right? In any moment in time, you went there to Phygital for an entire experience, a physical digital experience, right? Which in any point in time is considering three main ingredients, sticking to this topic. Number one, physical digital connection. Why? Because you want to be outside, but you don't want to actually miss out on the digital layer, right? It's physical digital connection, also known as either spatial or physical AI. Okay, outstanding. Second, it's no longer about individualistic behavior, but group behaviors, right? Why? Because now you have an altruistic and interdependent activity that you do. And that interdependent activity, it gives you actually feeling of, wow, I belong. I'm part. I'm here to serve. I'm here with others. I have fun with others, right? And that leads then to number three, which is playful and creative. When you are playful and creative, you have this feeling of I'm producing something, and that conveys the emotion of an edification. And you see that I'm also using some terms that are also known in the pedagogy or in the psychology, right? And the human behavior, right, from the cognitive perspective, human behavior, right? And that's exactly what the digital world with each stack that we are providing is meant to do, fostering community in a novel way. Over to you, Romeo.
That is fascinating. That is definitely fascinating. So this very part that you are mentioning, it essentially acts as the opening point for your entire video experience. You basically integrate the bot with your Discord, and now you get to have a taste, the appetizer that you're mentioning of the free environment. And now the deeper you go into it, the more you can explore. You get to explore it, but you basically have a bite-sized experience of what you are going to experience
I
in
love
the
it,
video.
Romeo. Yes, I love it. And by the way, sticking to the same I always love analogies, especially when you do something new, right? You can be at a restaurant and say, no, I'm not that hungry, and you pay your appetizer and your drinks, and you stand up and you go, right? So you can still, as a group and as a club, you can still just stick to the bot, right? Which is still club related and bespoke to the bot, and you will be having fun in doing that, right? But then if you want to take it beyond, and beyond I truly mean physical digital, with more creativity, right? With more, let's call it premium features, then you go into the app.
Fantastic. And you mentioned student clubs, which is basically the primary ecosystem of Fury at this point. So, what does that ecosystem look like right now? Who gets to have this experience once the bot and essentially the whole experience is live to people?
Romeo, we are very humbled that right now we are. Last time I looked at 500 universities in the United States. We're growing 10% week over week, roughly 12K users on our wait list as we speak. We go hand in hand with club administrators that they're seeing now a new possibility for them to activate or reactivate their community in a very, very tailored way, right? Because Romeo, what I was describing here with the bot, it's not that there are no bots out there that where you have engaged with. There are tons of bots there that you could do engage with, but none of them is a bespoke to what you are doing, meaning that understands actually as a preset, as a setup, right? What the club is about, and whatever you do, it relates to the club. Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, who wouldn't like something that is, right? And then the second key differentiator is that we truly take the club members beyond the limitation of the Discord, right? And they can meet the physical digital while continuing the objective of fostering community through co-creation, right? Yeah. So that is basically here the great feedback that we are getting. So inviting everyone. The simplest way is go on Viri.world and join our server, right? Our digital server, right? On there you have any form, any kind of information. And obviously be reminded we're still in closed beta, going hand in hand. So if you feel you are an early adopter and you want to share your insights, if you have a club, a student club, right? So please connect with us, connect with me, right, on our servers, right? And super happy, to hear your thoughts and your suggestions.
Amazing. Yeah, fantastic. And so is the Ferrybot live, or what's the timeline on that?
Closed
How soon can
beta,
I use
yeah,
it?
we're in closed beta. We'll be live in April.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, right now, actually closed alpha to be, very specific from a terminology perspective, right? And then
Right,
closed
right.
beta in April, which means available to more people, right? So in the market, yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah. Thank you, Tommaso, as always, for your time. This seems like a very exciting venture that we are going into in the next step. So it essentially it goes the very bot, then the very app, and hopefully in the next 3 to 5 years, when the smart glasses proliferate the market, we get to have the full spatial experience.
Yeah, I think that actually by sometime next year, there is something in the making. I cannot announce, but something in the next year we'll have the first experiences already on the smart glasses. Absolutely, Romeo. Yeah, very excited.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. And everyone that is watching, as Tommaso said, the QR code is on the top left corner. Scan it, join our Discord, and hopefully we'll have some productive conversation with you and have some really nice experiences together.
All right, yeah. But very it is. If you want to create the unimaginable and discover the unseen, I'm looking forward to chat with you guys. Thank you so much, Romeo.